There's a picture that's trending on X and it's taking me out. It's hilarious. When you look at this picture, you'll just start laughing and you'll know it's a PR stunt gone wrong. So William was out, and I don't think the kids liked him. So there's this picture and he's just on the table at a football event, right? Sitting around the table, and these kids and their faces, you can just tell from the faces they don't want to be there out there. Like, when are we going to be done? We have things to attend to. We don't want to be here. They just seem like they're just bored. I keep telling you guys that Prince William and Kate Middleton are not good when it comes to kids. You can just tell like it's staged, like it's PR, but this time it's PR gone wrong. Every time you see them outside, it's the Kensington or Buckingham Palace told them, go, just pretend that you're working. Grace people, grace them with your presence. I mean, at the end of the day, they're funding your lifestyle with the taxpayers' money. So go pretend you're working. We do not want to piss these people off. But then in turn, it turns out that these kids are just, they're just like, oh my God, when is he going to get out of here? And he's trying, from the picture, you can just tell he's trying so hard, but it's not working. And I'm sure after that he was pissed. Now, if he sees this photo, he's like, oh no. They should be glad I was there. Why are they pissed? Don't they know I'm Prince William? Next in throne. Oh my God. So Prince William is not a tactile, handsy person. He's really touchy with his wife when they're in public. And if he does try to put a hand on her, she usually tries to move away. This reminds me of a moment when we know there's this expert that came forward to say, actually a photographer that said, with Meghan and Harry are known to be handsy, they have amazing public displays of affection. And thanks to Meghan and Harry, now we have Willie and Kate trying to mimic the same thing. And they never used to be handsy, but thanks to Harry and Meghan, they now are. And it's funny because every time William tries to be handsy or to touch Kate, she shrugs it off. She just feels like it's cringe. Like, it's really, really cringe. It's like she does not want to. It's crazy that the British press employs body language experts and none of them ever remark on William's closed-off stance, usually with 2 fists balled up in front of his crotch. Like, he's constantly afraid that he's going to get punched there. His posture is usually hunched over, and he and Kate share that weird freeze gulping pose for their photo ops. I guess my point is that William's event on Tuesday was different. He was suddenly hugging children and giving high fives and low fives to children. Hilariously, the Mail claims that William learned how to be affectionate with children from his wife. That's where I have a problem. Sure, he's definitely not Kobe King, the warm, sunny Reese factory couple in California. We know for a fact that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to seem that, what? I know Harry and Meghan are very relatable. They're very, affectionate. I am affectionate as well. You guys need to look at me. I am affectionate as well. I can go out. I can hug kids. I can smile. But the photos tell something else, and they're trending on X, and I decided to do a story because I could not stand the fact, and they're both horrible. Every time Harry and Meghan are at an event, kids just run towards them. When you see pictures of Harry and Meghan with kids, they're smiling, they're happy, they're in spirits, they're dancing. Like, if you remember their visit to Colombia last year, they were having a great time. Everything was great. And it's funny because when you have these body language experts always criticizing Meghan and Harry from a photo. It can be just a photo taken like when they're not, and they'll criticize, Harry, Meghan is the one forcing herself to kiss Harry, or this and this, but they're not doing the same thing to, Prince William's picture, because these kids look that they are exhausted. They do not want to be there. They're asking themselves, this guy is boring. When is it going to be over? Because kids, it takes a lot of, patience. You have to be, the energy, you have to have good energy around kids. They don't have time for bullshit. And if you can now bring that, they're like, they like saying pictures don't lie, pictures tell a story. Well, this picture tells a story, and the story is kids don't like you, Prince William. You don't have good energy with kids. Kids don't gravitate towards you. And we know this is a PR stunt and it failed. So, of course, Daily Mail likes stroking his ego, and they, of course, praised him. Are we shocked? Prince William showcased his caring side on Tuesday afternoon as he shared cuddles and high fives with adorable children waiting to welcome him to the West Midlands. The being Prince of Wales proved he can be just as warm-hearted as his wife Kate while sharing sweet moments with the little fans from Fibersley Park Primary Academy in Willenhall. Thanks to her natural warmth and ability to connect with families, Kate is often referred to as the children's princess by royal enthusiasts, but her husband appeared to be just as capable of delighting the younger generations, from inspiring laughter and cheer to stirring hugs and high fives. The father of three seemed in his element as he greeted the young crowd at the sporting Halsa FC. William, in his role as patron of the Football Association, visited a referee training course at the club, part of the FA's Reflective and Representative campaign, which aims to recruit 1,000 people from Black, Asian, and mixed heritage backgrounds into refereeing roles. The course started in July 2023 and combines theory and practical training to support those who are taking their first steps into officiating. Participants on the course will be equipped with the key skills and knowledge needed to referee grassroots football matches safely and effectively, and is aimed at people aged 14 and over who wish to referee mini football 9 versus 9 and 11 versus 11 games. William greeted children from Fibersley Park Primary Academy who were waving homemade flags and signs, shook hands and gave high fives saying, "Are you missing your lessons right now? Your hands are cold." Spotting a child waving a sign that read, "Aston Villa are the best," he stopped to talk and said, "They're playing tomorrow." Then William, 42, finally made it into the pitch near Wolverhampton. He told the Cubs directors Margaret Gill and Inda Grewal, "Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I just broke the record for the number of high fives in 10 minutes." You see what the Daily Mail is doing? They're just stroking his ego. He just went out to do, normal royal activities. Clearly, if it was Harry and Meghan and this particular picture of kids just being bored and just like, oh my god, when is this guy's can we just leave? Please, can we leave? They will tear this picture to pieces, write billions, gazillions of articles. But here you have the saying, oh, he was high-fiving. And he actually has the audacity to say, oh, I just broke the record for the number of high fives given ever. So we're supposed to applaud you for that when there are other things you can be more focused on? Really? And the fact that he's trying to be so affectionate, so engaging with kids, with people, that just shows, like always, he is obsessed with Harry and Meghan, and he just took a book from the playbook and he's trying to emulate that, put it into practically, and it's failing terribly because those pictures don't lie. You are trying so hard, and we know when it's a PR. You can just tell when someone is staging it. This is a staged act. This does not seem genuine. It's staged. Kids gravitate to people with good energies. Kids can tell good from bad people. Their energies don't lie. And it's pretty it's pretty obvious, right? So I think this is the same thing with Willie. Because the pictures are trending on X and they're like, oh, kids are like, no. What are we doing there? What are we doing here? Those are kids for. So whenever William is is quoted in press, I'm genuinely like, is something wrong with him? And it's just, it's just small talk with children, but they make him sound so cold and robotic. Still, he's the people's prince. Now he hugged a child. He sat at a table with bored youth. He gave high fives. He played with flags. He blew a whistle. Another successful day at the cane factory. Another excellent field trip for his overgrown toddler. And yes, the youths were very bored. The kids, toddlers, they'll just go with the flow. But, youths, teenagers, it's so hard for teenagers to like you. They either like you or they don't. There's no in between. And you can just tell they were bored. That picture screams bored. That's all I can tell you guys. That picture, and I like people are tearing it down on X. So here are some of the comments that people had to say. Yet, the photos of circulating on X from the event tell a different story. Yet again, the kids are looking at him like he's a Martian, let alone the doctored official photos put out by Kate's photographer, who is married to one of our staff. Chris, what's his name? The photographer has been caught time again airbrushing Kate in photos taken by other photographers. She looks a bit long in the tooth, but in Chris' photos, she looks like she did in 2012. The palace cat will definitely have a problem with Meghan liking presenting and being so youthful and loved by youth. Her cooking, its influence, which is evident all across social media, especially a adorable video of them recreating Meghan's dishes with their parents, has really upset the rota and the detractors. Meghan reposted the stories. Yes, I know. I told you timing is important. People are tuning in to watch with Love Meghan, which is, by the way, is doing great, is streaming well. It's top 10 in dozens of countries. The ratings are good. And kids, of course, are trying to recreate some of the recipes on the show. And that's why I'm telling you it's engaging. Anyone can do some of this stuff. And now you have the royal rota saying, William, we want you also to engage with kids. Show them that we also are good. We have good engagement with kids. And it's feeling horrible because you can just tell those kids are just bored. And then Lala says, my God, those pics with the teens laughing emojis. These pictures tell a different story. The photos of the kids looking glam can't hide their disdain for the pathetic era. My sympathies to them that they were dragged into the photo. I know, it tells like they were just forced to be there. They did not want to be there, but since it's PR, they're told, just go smile, just pretend that you're there. They had to be there, but they were just keen on like, when are we going to be? Do we want to go? We do not want to be there. And then Monica says, the photo at the table says it all. The youngsters were really bored. He's boring and he's trying to be very, affectionate, very engaging, relatable, but it's just backfires. It is backfiring. And pictures, the media like saying pictures tell a story. Well, guess what? That picture does in fact tell the story. So my last comment, Moskov says, the teen pic is hilarious. As a former reporter, you select quotes that will push your story along. The best ones ideally, but his quotes are stiff and weird and they show no warmth, no personality. Are you missing your lessons? Do you think they're missing their lessons? Your hands are cold. Okay, what do you want them to do about that? Also, the football related events to other work ratio is insanely unbalanced. I totally agree. And then Wind River replies to that comment and says, Will is so odd, no ability to relate at all. Same as Kate, though I expected he'd do a little better since he was royal from birth. I hope it wasn't those teens he was asking if they are missing their lessons. And as far as the younger kids in the big group, they're in the same general age range as his kids. You'd think he'd be able to come up with something better just based on that. Apparently no. And yes, another football related event. Fancy that. There's so many events you could go to. We're sick and tired of the football. Not that we hate football, we love football, but I mean, come on. Well, and some of these kids are the same kids as your kids. So you'd think you'd naturally be engaging with them. They'll be gravitating towards you because you're a dad as well. But no. You just prove like you're not relatable and they could care less about you. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these pictures that are trending on X? What do you think about this moment? Because they like coming for Harry and Meghan when they are really good with kids. The kids gravitate towards them. Every time you see pictures, they're happy, they're glowing, they're dancing in a happy mood. So let me know your thoughts about this entire article. Thank you for watching. I'm Miraj, and if you haven't, remember to subscribe, to comment, to leave a like, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.